Hello and welcome, it's Candus Kampfer, and today's tip is about sending your customers invoices through email. So more and more my clients and QuickBooks users are starting to send their invoices through email because you don't have to use a stamp or an envelope. The customer gets it quicker and it turns your payment around quicker. So I want to teach you how to do that today. So first we're going to set up your actual email address inside of QuickBooks. So we're going to go to Edit, Preferences. We're going to go down to the bottom where it says Send Forms. And then you're going to see three options. You are going to see automatically check the email later box if the customer preferred delivery is email, which means you're going to email it, reminds you to email it to them. That's a choice you can use. I don't honestly use that very often. I just typically send the invoice right when I finish it to the customer, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So there are three ways that you can send emails through QuickBooks. You can send it directly through, say, Gmail, which is what I use now. You can send it through Outlook, or you can actually send it directly through QuickBooks. Now, things to know about using Outlook is that if you're not opening your Outlook regularly and sending messages out regularly, it'll get stuck in the outbox and not go out. I used to have that because I wasn't real regular with using Outlook. So I don't prefer that method unless you're in Outlook all the time, daily, regularly. And then in QuickBooks, I had a problem with people receiving my emails sometimes. So I started using webmail and going directly through my Gmail account. So I'm going to go down to the bottom and click Add. So I'm on webmail and Add. You're going to type in whatever email address that you want it to come from. I'm going to put my Gmail in there, and you're going to select Gmail, and it will automatically set up all of the settings for Gmail. If you have Yahoo or Hotmail or something other than that, you can select any of these options and go through the same process. And I'm going to click OK. And then you'll notice it automatically added that email. Now you can have more than one email address if you want. For now, I'm just going to add this one, and you're going to click OK. Then you're going to go in and you're going to look up your invoice. So if you haven't created your invoice, you can set that up. If you've already created an invoice, you're ready to email it, set up your email, and then go in and find your email that you want to send. I'm going to use this as an example. I'm going to go under email, and I am going to click invoice. There's a little drop down here. You can also do a batch if you want, if you have multiple invoices you want to send at one time. So you're going to click on invoice. It is going to ask you typically for the email address for this customer. So you're going to put to where you want it to go to. It usually pops up another box. And then you're going to see a little information here, which is going to show you, hey, dear customer, your invoice number, and it tells them the invoice number and the dollar amount is attached. Please remit payment at your earliest convenience. Now, if you want this to say something slightly different, if you go back up under Edit Preferences, you can choose what you want it to say. You'll just go over to Company Preferences, and you'll notice that there is the basic invoice, or you can create one for your business. This is just a sample that I created. So you could add a template, or you can edit one. So you could go in here and you can decide whatever you want it to say for your business. You can have it say these are name fields that automatically happen, the invoice number and all that, and then you can insert any fields that you want. So as you type it up, if you say, oh, I want to insert their first name or the company name or telephone or due date or whatever, you can insert that in as you type it. And then you save it, and QuickBooks will then use your default. So you can set as a default. So you click on the one you want as a default, and you click default, and it will set the one you want. So just a little quick tip also on, you just go to Edit Preferences, Send Forms, you set up your email here under My Preferences, and then under Company Preferences, you can actually create a template of what it's going to say each time you send your invoice. So now let's go ahead and send our invoice, email, invoice, and then you're going to type in their email address if it's not in there. Once you enter it, it'll be in there from then on, and you're going to click Send. And what's going to happen is QuickBooks is going to ask you for your password for that email address. And you're going to go in here and you're going to just type in your email address. And then QuickBooks will get it all ready and it will send it for you. And it's in the middle of processing for me right now. And then it will say this, message was sent successfully. And that's all you need to do to create an email within QuickBooks and send it to your customers. So have an amazing day. I hope that saves you time and money as far as envelopes and stamps. If you know somebody else who could benefit from this tip, please share it. And if you have a QuickBooks question, something you would like answered, please either email me or comment below so I can create a video for you. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.